Statuses of heroes, foreboding hints at the future, and blasts from the past, the new trailer for The Mandalorian is filled with blink-and-you-miss-it details. With the Star Wars sequel trilogy wrapping up, Lucasfilm and Disney turned their attention to streaming in 2019. They came out of the gate swinging with the Disney Plus exclusive The Mandalorian, which swiftly took the television world by storm. Not only were audiences fascinated by the mysterious Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin, but they couldn't get enough of his lovable sidekick Grogu. It only made sense that the following year, a second batch of episodes arrived. For Season 2, series creator Jon Favreau went above and beyond for Star Wars fans. Boba Fett returned from the grave, Cobb Vanth jumped from print to TV, and animated icon Ahsoka Tano finally appeared in a live-action production. He even snuck in Luke Skywalker for good measure. The bar is set incredibly high for Season 3, and the creators of The Mandalorian are working overtime to keep viewers glued to their screens. Following an intriguing first trailer, a new one premiered on January 16, 2023. Here are some of the small details you might have missed. A locale we get quite familiar with throughout the first season of The Mandalorian is Navarro. It serves as a refuge for bounty hunters, thieves, and general miscreants. The town is riddled with rundown buildings and takes on a generally gloomy appearance. It improves in the second season thanks in large part to its magistrate, Greef Karga. Before Navarro became a sprawling metropolis in the making, remnants of the Galactic Empire tore it up in pursuit of Din Djarin and Grogu. Din and his allies did a great job running the Empire out of town, with one character making the ultimate sacrifice. To save everyone in Chapter 8 Redemption, IG-11 used its self-destruct capability to annihilate the Imperial troops. In the new trailer, it's clear that to honor the assassin droid's memory, Karga has erected a statue of IG-11 in the square. But just because Navarro is thriving doesn't mean that the entire galaxy is. As The Mandalorian Season 3 teaser continues, we learn that there's trouble on the horizon. Speaking to Din Djarin, fan favorite Captain Carson Teva has some ominous words.
Something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
What could the X-Wing pilot be alluding to? He's likely talking about the Imperial remnant. Between Moff Gideon's desire to use Grogu for unspecified experiments to his development of the Dark Troopers, it's apparent there's still a lot to be worried about. And based on what the Star Wars sequel trilogy revealed, the rise of the First Order, the introduction of Supreme Leader Snoke, and the return of Emperor Palpatine are close at hand. Teva has every reason to be on his toes. Another potential reveal also occurred in the new trailer. As we hear Carson Teva's bleak voiceover, we see an unknown character sitting on a ship next to a droid. They seem to be on a planet dominated by large buildings and blinding lights. At first glance, this location looks incredibly similar to Coruscant. Coruscant was a key location throughout the prequel Star Wars trilogy. It also featured quite prominently on multiple animated shows, various books, video games, and more. Most recently, it appeared on Andor, where rebel leaders Mon Mothma and Luthen Rael work to undermine the Empire from right under its nose. As Din Djarin attempts to reconnect with his Mandalorian roots, it should come as no surprise that The Mandalorian Season 3 is set to include several more of the mysterious warriors. Throughout the trailer, we see a few unrecognizable Mandalorians and some we've seen before, such as Paz Vizsla. The number of Mandalorians is rivaled only by the number of droids we see, which range from your run-of-the-mill astromechs to protocol droids of varying color and make. Even a few B-1 battle droids show up. A handful of them can be seen in a shot that seems to depict a bunch of droids hanging out in a bar or mechanic shop of some kind. These flimsy robots were staples of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. They were destroyed in droves by clones and Jedi alike at the command of separatist leaders. The Mandalorian Season 3 premieres on Disney Plus on March 1st.